Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly, and today our topic is how to create Runo allocation from Google Sheets. So in my Google Sheet, I'm going to manage the detail of my lead, and also I'm going to add the detail of my team member to whom I want to allocate that lead. So I want to create this allocation in my Runo application, which is my telecalling CRM application, and here for my objective, I have to build a connection between Google Sheets and Runo. So I'm going to build this connection with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. Now with Pabbly Connect, as I'm going to add a new row in my Google Sheet with my lead detail, then automatically I'm going to create a new allocation in my Runo application, and I'm going to allocate that lead in my Runo application to my team member. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen, and today we are going to see how we can create Runo allocation from Google Sheets row. So here what we want is that in my Google Sheet, I'm going to add the detail of my leads, and now what I want is I want to assign these leads automatically to my team member, and I need to allocate them in my Runo application. So as we all know, managing customer data and task allocation efficiently is crucial for businesses that rely on timely responses and follow-ups, especially in sales-driven environments. So imagine you have a Google Sheet file where your team is going to keep logs of incoming leads, inquiries or tasks, and manually allocating these tasks or these leads to the right team member can be time consuming and prone to errors. So Runo is a telecalling CRM application which is used to manage your customer relationship. So by integrating Google Sheets with Runo using Pabbly Connect, I can automate the allocation process, and as soon as a new row is added to my Google Sheet with the lead detail, then automatically that corresponding lead is automatically assigned in Runo, and this will ensure that the right team member is notified and can take action immediately. So this automation streamlines my workflow, and it also reduces the risk of missed opportunities and ensures that tasks are handled promptly and efficiently. So in this video, I will guide you through setting up this integration, enabling your team to focus on what they do best and closing deals and providing excellent customer services. So here I'm going to show you how to build this connection between Google Sheet and Runo in such a way that as you're going to add the detail of the allocation of a lead in your Google Sheet, then automatically that lead will be allocated to the right team member in Runo. So for this, I need to build this connection between Google Sheet and Runo, and I'm going to build this connection without any coding and programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. So for using Pabbly Connect, I need to open a new tab and search for pabbly.com/connect in my browser, and this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly Connect. Now here in this landing page, I have two options: sign in and sign up for free. If we don't have any account with Pabbly Connect, then we can just click on the sign up for free button, and this will take only 2 minutes of our time, and we will get 100 tasks free every month. Or if we already have an account, we can just sign in and we will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we need to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I just need to click on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect, and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Now here in the dashboard, what I need to do is I need to create a new workflow, and for that I'm going to click here on this Create Workflow button, and this window will pop up. Now here I need to name my workflow, so I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to create Runo allocation from Google Sheets. Now what I need to do is I need to select the folder where I want to save my workflow. So I'm going to open this tab, and here I will find all the folders that I have in my Pabbly Connect account, and I'm going to use this particular folder of Google Sheets. So I'm going to select this, and now I need to click on Create, and this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here we have two boxes, trigger and action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action is just going to follow that. So we need to first set up our trigger, and in our workflow, we can only set up one trigger step and multiple action steps. So for setting up our trigger, I need to first search for my trigger application, and here my trigger application is going to be Google Sheets. So I'm going to search for that, and now I'm going to select Google Sheets here. And now I need to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab, and new or updated spreadsheet row is going to be my trigger event. So I'm going to select this. And now what I need to do is I need to connect Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect in my workflow. And for that, I need to use this webhook URL. So this webhook URL is going to work as a bridge between Google Sheets and Pabbly Connect. Now for connecting these two applications, I need to follow all these instructions. And first I need to copy this webhook URL. And now I need to take you to my Google Sheet or to my spreadsheet. So here this is my spreadsheet, and in this what I need to do is I need to connect this spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect, and in this spreadsheet I'm going to add the detail of my lead. So here I have this detail of a new lead that is named as demo user, and now what I need to do is I need to connect this spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect. So here for that what I need to do is I need to go to extensions, and here I need to use this particular extension of Pabbly Connect webhooks. And if we don't have this extension, then what we need to do is we need to go to add-ons and we need to open get add-ons. And this will take us to Google Workspace Marketplace. Here we need to search for our extension. So our extension name is Pabbly Connect Webhooks. So we need to search for that and we need to open that. And we will see our extension like this. So first we need to install this extension, and I have already installed this. So I'm going to close this window. And after installing that extension, we need to first refresh our spreadsheet. And after refreshing the spreadsheet, we need to go back to extensions. And here in extension, we will see our extension like this. So this is my extension of Pabbly Connect Webhooks. And here I need to first open initial setup. Now by initial setup, I'm going to connect my sheet that I have in my spreadsheet with Pabbly Connect. Now for that, I need to first give my webhook URL. So I'm going to paste that webhook URL that I have copied from Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to paste that here. And now I need to give a trigger column. So the trigger column will be your final data column, on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So here in my spreadsheet, I have this last data entry column, that is column G. And now as the data will be filled in this particular column, then automatically the data of that whole row will be sent to Pabbly Connect. So this column G is going to be my trigger column. So I'm going to type column G here, and I have filled column G as my trigger column. So automatically, as I'm going to add a new allocated data in my Google Sheet with the lead details, and as that data will be filled in my last data entry column, that is column G, then automatically the whole row data will be sent to Pabbly Connect. Now here I have filled all the required detail. So I'm going to click on send test. And here the test data has been sent successfully. So I have sent the data of the first row as a test data, and now I'm going to click on submit. And here my setup is configured successfully. Now I'm going to close this. So here in my first row, I have added the detail of my lead, and I want to allocate this lead to this particular assignee. So here I have the assignee phone number and the name of my assignee. So I have sent the data of this row as a test data to Pabbly Connect. And here I want one more thing, that as I'm going to add the data in a new row with the lead detail and the allocation detail, then automatically I want that row data to be sent to Pabbly Connect. So for that, I need to go back to extensions. I need to go to Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and here I need to enable this option of send on event. So I'm going to enable this. And after enabling this option, what is going to happen is that as I'm going to add a new row with the detail of my lead and the allocation data, then automatically that row data will be sent to Pabbly Connect immediately. Now I need to go back to Pabbly Connect. And here in Pabbly Connect, I have received this response. So in this response, I have my trigger column, that is column G. I have my spreadsheet name, that is lead allocation data. Here I have all these details of my lead, like I have the lead phone number, I have the lead name, that is demo user. I have the lead email, that is demouser@pabblyrecruits.com. I have the company name of my lead, that is PabbCon. Also I have the city, and I have my assignee detail, like the name of my assignee is Dravid, and I have the assignee phone number. Now here I have received all these details of my lead and the allocation data and the detail of my assignee from my Google Sheet. Now what I need to do is I need to use all these details, and I need to allocate this lead to this assignee automatically in Runo. So here I want to allocate my lead in my Runo application, and by using all these details of my Google Sheet response, I'm going to do that. So for that, I'm going to set up my actions tab, and here my action application is going to be Runo. So I'm going to search for that, and I'm going to select Runo Call Management CRM. So this is my application, so I'm going to select this. And now I need to give an action event, so I'm going to open this tab. And create allocation will be my action event, so I'm going to select this. And I'm going to connect Runo with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on connect. I will click on add new connection. And for connecting Runo with Pabbly Connect, I need to give an API key. So how I'm going to get this API key? For that, I need to take you to my Runo application. And here this is my Runo account. And in this, what I need to do is I need to go to admin web. So I'm going to open this. And here in admin web portal, I need to go to API configuration. And here in API configuration, what I need to do is I need to create a new API key. So I'm going to click on this create new API key button. And here it has successfully generated the API key. So I'm going to close this and I'm going to copy this newly generated API key. And here I have copied my API key. So I'm going to again close this. I will go back to Pabbly Connect and I'm going to paste that API key here in this tab of API key. Now what I need to do is I need to click on save. And here I have connected Runo with Pabbly Connect. Now here I have all these tabs. And now in this tab, what I need to do is I need to add all the detail of my lead. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Google Sheet response of my lead and I need to automatically allocate this lead to my team member. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Google Sheet response, and from that response, I'm going to use my lead detail and I'm going to use the assignee detail to whom I want to allocate this lead. So here I'm going to map all those required detail, and for that I need to use mapping. So what mapping is? Mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous steps, and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, I need to click here. I will open this response of Google Sheets, and here I need to first map the lead name. So here this is my lead name, so I'm going to map this. Similarly, I have to give the lead phone number, so I'm going to click here. I will open this response of Google Sheets, and here this is my lead phone number, so I'm going to map this. And in this lead phone number, I also have to add plus sign before the country code of my phone number. So I'm going to add plus sign here. And now my lead phone is completed. Also, I have to give the lead email. So I'm going to click here. I will open the response of Google Sheets. And here this is the email address of my lead. So I'm going to map this. Now I need to map the lead company name. And also I have to give the city. So I'm going to map that. Now here I have all these tabs too, but I am not receiving these details from my Google Sheet, but these are not the required details. So I'm just going to leave these details blank. And if you want to fill these details, you can do that too. Now I need to select the priority. So I'm going to open this tab and I'm going to keep the priority as high. And I'm going to scroll down and I need to give the phone number of the assignee to whom I want to assign or allocate this lead to. So I'm also going to receive this assignee phone number. So I'm going to click here. I will open this response of Google Sheets, and here this is the phone number of my assignee or the phone number of my team member. So I'm going to map this, and here I have added the assignee phone number. Also in this phone number, I need to add the plus sign before the phone number, and now the phone number is completed. Now here I have added the detail of my lead and the assignee, and I have filled all these details. So what is going to happen is that automatically this lead that I have added the detail of will be assigned to this particular phone number, and this is the phone number of my team member. So I have assigned this lead to this team member, and now I have filled all the required details and I have mapped all these details here. So as I have mapped these details, I have made these details dynamic. So what is going to happen is that as I'm going to receive a new response of a lead and the assignee from my Google Sheet, then automatically all these details that I've mapped here are going to get replaced with the new detail in the real time. Now what I need to do is I need to click on Save and Send Test Request button. And here we can see I have received this response. And in this response, I have this message that successfully added the allocation. So here we can see I have received this response, and this means that I have successfully allocated this lead to my team member on Runo. So to check this, let me take you to Runo. And here in Runo, I will go to allocations. And here in allocation, we can see I have allocated this new lead. So I'm going to open this. And here this is the name of my lead, that is demo user. I have this random phone number of my lead. Also I have the email address, that is demouser@pabblytudes.com. This is the company name, that is Papcon. And I have the address city, that is Bhopal. So here we can see I have successfully allocated this lead in Runo, and I have allocated this lead to my team member. So here we can see I have successfully allocated my lead that I have in my Google Sheet, and by using all the detail from my Google Sheet, I have allocated this lead to my team member in Runo. So here my automation between Google Sheets and Runo is working successfully, and now as I'm going to add the detail of a new allocation in my Google Sheet, then automatically by using those details, I can allocate that lead to my team member in Runo. Now to check this again in real time, what I can do is I can go back to my Google Sheet. And here in my Google Sheet, I'm going to add the detail of a new lead. So here the lead name will be test user. Now I'm going to give a random phone number of my lead. Also I have to give the email address. So email will be testuser@pablitudes.com. City will be Indore. Now I need to give my company, so I'm going to give a company name as Demo. And I'm going to assign this to my second team member that is going to be named as Vemsi. And I'm going to give the phone number of my assignee. So here I have added the phone number of my assignee, and now what should happen is that automatically by using all these details of my lead, this lead should be automatically allocated to my assignee in Runo. So as I have connected Google Sheet, Runo and Pabbly Connect together, so what is going to happen is that the lead detail that I've added in the new row in my Google Sheet will be sent automatically to Pabbly Connect, and Pabbly Connect is automatically going to allocate that lead in Runo to my team member. Now to check this whether I have allocated this lead or not, let me take you to Runo. I'm going to go back to allocations. And here in allocations, we can see I have added this new allocated lead. So here I have the name of my lead, that is test user. So I'm going to open this. So here I have the name of my lead, that is test user. I have this random phone number of my lead. Also here I have the email address, that is testuser@pablitudes.com. I have this company name, that is Demo. And also I have the address, that is Indore. So here we can see I have automatically allocated this lead in my Runo application, and I have captured the detail from my Google Sheet. And here, as I have added the detail of my lead in my Google Sheet in a new row, then automatically from that lead detail, I have allocated this lead to my team member in Runo. So here I have successfully created this automation between Google Sheets and Runo, and now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. And here in Pabbly Connect, I have created this connection between Google Sheets and Runo to create Runo allocation from Google Sheets. So let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger, and my trigger application was Google Sheets, and my trigger event was new or updated spreadsheet row. Then I have set up my actions tab, and my action application was Runo, and my action event was create allocation. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there. And thank you for watching this video. Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this by using Pabbly Connect. So if you want to reach out to us, then email us at support@pabbly.com. And if you have any queries, then you can write us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any issue with the pricing, then you can visit this link. And if you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.